bruh, bruh. Here it comes. There it is. Oh, oh man, I love that. Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great hump day. It's time to get your humping on. It's time to get over the hump. It's time to do whatever you do on hump day. It's today. Because tomorrow we have Kansas City versus the Lions. The Lions! That's right. The NFL season kicks off tomorrow, and I don't know about you, but I am ecstatic. I'm here in Harrisburg, PA, finishing up this morning. Going to be headed to Lancaster, PA, to pick up some more lime putty and marble dust for the Red Brick House. And I'm going down to the Red Brick House where I'm going to watch the first game of the season at the Red Brick House and then head back home to get ready for Giants versus Cowboys, Eagles versus New England and the Commanders. Do they play? Oh, okay. But we will have an opening weekend. We're going to have the big sub. We got the big sub, yeah. We're having the big sub, of course. Chopped cheesesteak, I think, is what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be, of course, having Jobu wings. We'll have the house with our guests and stuff on. Time to get this mother humper started. Anyway, in the meantime, Brian Green, a.k.a. the mailman, he keeps delivering that I'm an idiot. I never said I wasn't an idiot. He keeps delivering and letting me know how stupid I am and how I get shit wrong. And I'll be the first one to admit when I'm wrong. And I was wrong about the Cowboys being favored by 2. If you are putting money on it, you got to give up 3.5 points. Vegas seems to think that the Cowboys win. That, or they think more Cowboy fans are going to bet to even this thing out, trying to give some more points to the Giants so people will put some money there on the Giants. Now, when you're the home team, they say that's worth 3 points. So they're basically saying that the Cowboys on a neutral site are 6.5 points better than the Eagles. Now, I'm an idiot. I'm the first one to admit this. But I'm trying to understand this whole revamping of Daniel Jones. You know, all of a sudden, Daniel Jones is the great quarterback. Oh my God, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is the guy. But I'm sitting here looking at his stats. Hey, hold it for just a second here. I'm sitting here looking at Daniel Jones' stats and numbers. And I don't understand this because for 22, they made the playoffs, first time in his career. Brian Dybul, he's a great coach. They are definitely coached much better than when they had Jason Garrett. Okay? Just are. Daniel Jones played good last year, as well as the team. Got a nice defense. They took care of business. They got enough wins to get into the playoffs and so on. But I'm sitting here looking at this, the numbers. Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to look at the stats. Now, again, I will give it to you that Dak Prescott had more interceptions than Daniel Jones, having come back with a broken thumb and so on. But as I'm looking at the numbers, now Dak had 8 more TD passes in 4 less games. Now, again, we do know he had 10 more interceptions, which are not good. The ratings are about identical. Daniel Jones actually last year on his best year versus Dak's one of his worst is 1% higher. But Dak Prescott's touchdown percentage is 5.8 versus 3.2. That's huge. And I'm sitting here thinking, if Dak in 16 games, only threw 15 TD passes, we would say he is just a bus driver. And we'd say he's not challenging the ball down the field. Now, of course, people will say, well, look, Daniel Jones doesn't have any weapons. Who's he throwing to? Who was Dak throwing to last year? I'll be honest with you. I just don't see where Daniel Jones is this great quarterback now, and Dak Prescott is a guy that needs to be getting rid of. Going into last season, Daniel Jones had 50 turnovers going into the season. 50 turnovers. Yeah. Something like that. Anyway, we're going to be getting closer and closer to the game. I want to, of course, go to the Shit Stalking channel. Good old ESPN. And figure what they have to say about Dak Prescott, and of course how he is the worst quarterback in the NFL.
About the Giants and Cowboys Sunday night showdown. Lewis, how many total touchdowns will Dak have against Big Blue?
Yeah, I'm just going to give him one. And you know what? I'm going to say that early on in the season, but Dak is going to be so turnover conscious in terms of making sure that he doesn't put in adverse situations. I think he's going to play it a little bit conservative. And that's not what I think he needs to do, but I think that's what's going to end up happening, especially with the division opponent on the road. Week 1, he's going to be amped up. I think he's going to play a real conservative game. I'm going to give him one touchdown.
Okay, one for him. And so, Kmart, we were having this conversation this morning. And I love it when Kmart gets exasperated. So tell everyone, if on Sunday night, Dak Prescott is outplayed by Daniel Jones, what will Kmart have to do?
I'm gonna throw something. Honestly, I'm gonna lose this because I don't know how many times we have to say the Dallas Cowboys are built to win now. This is a team that can win the Super Bowl, and yet and still, every year they find a way to trip themselves up. Because the biggest issue for the Cowboys really is not another team in the NFL. It really is the Cowboys. So we are sitting here talking about Daniel Jones outplayed Dak Prescott. Just forget it. I'm done. I have no more words.
Mike G, what do you expect this thing to look like? What will we see the Cowboys do on Sunday night?
I think they're going to be a lot more conservative. I work with Brian Schottenheimer in New York, and this is a remarkable stat that Hembo gave me. Last year, Greeny, there was 30 running backs in the NFL that had 200 touches. The number one most productive running back from a yards per carry, Tony Pollard. The 30th, Zeke Elliott. I think Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer are going to ride Tony Pollard in the passing game and the running game. They do have Brandon Cooks to take shots, but this is their offense. It's not going to be talking about Dak on Monday. We're going to be talking about number 20.
How do you feel about that, though?
Well,
Tony Pollard,
you
running.
know, look, I get that. But Lewis, here's my, and I've been saying this all summer long. If you give Tony Pollard 25 touches a game, he will be broken in half by Halloween. And I don't mean that, you know, like flippantly.
I hate to say he's right on that
For
one.
that, right? Lewis, there was some, Zeke was built for
Yeah.
that. And some other guys are. Lewis Riddick, I do not think Tony Pollard is built for that, which is why I don't understand what they're doing if that really is the offense they want to run.
Yeah, look, I'm concerned about it too. I really am, and I think many people have come on air and said the same thing. Look, I don't know if Tony's just not that dude, and that's not a slight. That's not being disrespectful, but he needs to be someone who you monitor his touches, so you're getting maximum return out of him every time he does touch it. He's not that guy you want getting those dirty threes, those dirty 3 yards, and getting pounding it up there on inside zone, and having linebackers come downhill and just putting boom licks on him over and over.
That's true.
again.
I'm not going to dispute that.
You want him catching screens. You want him running the wide zones. You want him catching the ball down the field, and you want to take him out and give him a blow, put it back in there. 10, 15, 18 touches a game in space. And this doesn't sound like this is going to be that's not how they're necessarily going to use it. Because right now, look, somebody's got to get them 30 yards. Somebody's got to slam it up in their own 32. Somebody's got to have, when it's time to 400 offense has to get those tough, hard-work yards, 15 stack in the box. That's going to be Tony Pollard right there. I don't know if he's built for that. We're going to find out. I have my doubts.
Ron said it on this show. He said playing Tony Pollard in that role is like bringing a Ferrari to a demolition derby.
A Ferrari to a demolition derby.
Because we got to get to the biggest star in sports, and by that I of course mean Heather Dinich.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say. Is we have no idea. We have no idea what this offense is going to be. A lot of people think Brian Schottenheimer is, like his dad, it's just going to be run the football. But if you look at when Brian Schottenheimer was offensive coordinator with the Seattle Seahawks. Statistically, it was Russell Wilson's biggest year throwing the rock. It really was. Mike McCarthy has never been that dude that, of course, just runs the football. When they won the Super Bowl, their lead back had only 700 yards. Their number 2 back was Aaron Rodgers as far as yards go. We don't know. And this is the great mystery and the great thing about what this is going to be. And I will say, for all those out there that are saying that Dak Prescott, he's going to be scared to throw the ball because he doesn't want to throw interceptions. Dudes, best thing you do when you fall off the horse is you get right back up on there. And I can guarantee you, with the new weapons that he has, a healthy Michael Gallup, a Deuce Vaughn, all this speed, and Brandon Cooks, these guys are going to be getting wide open, and you're going to see that rock flying all over the place. It's just funny to me how the same guys here are talking about Dak Prescott being timid are saying Daniel Jones is so great now. Come on, man. ESPN, we understand why you're dying now, because you're full of shit. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I can't wait to get out of Eagles country here. Fly, Eagles, fly. This motherfucker over here. Yeah, I need to get back where I belong, even though the colors here are cowboy colors. Peace.